For many years playing this, I would focus heavily on scales, memorizing patterns, shapes, formulas, modes, systems, and that kind of worked, but I was never really satisfied with the delivery of the music that was inside of me. And that was until I stopped learning scales. And then this happened. Hi, this is David. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you develop your musical personality on the instrument so that you can tell a better musical story. Typically in music, an alphabet is going to have 7 different letters, 7-note scales. Now I know if you're playing blues, you're typically using 5 notes, the penta scale, the pentatonic scale, but you can always add 2 additional notes to that pentatonic scale in order to have more refined words, maybe more precision in the licks that you're playing. So there's always up to 7 letters. I know I'm making generalizations, but that's really going to help us. Now these letters in our musical alphabet are going to be replaced by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For example, that was a set of 7 different letters, 7 different notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is called the major scale, but I can change the nature of these numbers to something like this. Still had 7 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but it sounds different than this. Now these differences make different scales, different keys, and there's always up to 7 different notes. And there's a lot of different options as far as picking 7 notes to create a unique set of notes, a unique alphabet. We're always going to name these letters, these numbers, these notes by number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you heard that before, the 3rd. That's number 3. The 4th, the 5th. Now, you might say, that's all good. However, what really makes the difference between this 7-letter alphabet and this 7-letter alphabet? Well, it's the spacing that we have between these different numbers. See, in music, the distance between a 1 and a 2 is not always exactly the same. You can see it this way, and I mentioned this in a previous video, which I'll link to at the end of this one, but I kind of see scales as a set of characters that are telling a story. You have at your disposal 12 different actors, 12 notes on the fretboard. Amongst these 12 different characters, you're going to pick 7 of them to play 7 different roles. The 7 letters of the alphabet that you're playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now each of these characters are going to have a very important role in the story. However, what makes the difference between this set of 7 characters and this set of 7 characters is the personality you're going to give to these 7 different characters. Just imagine a spectrum of personalities. In the middle, we have what we call the perfect personality. And then as you go towards the right, you're going to have more upbeat, happy, uplifted personalities, major, augmented. And towards the left, you will have some sad personalities, depressed, tensed, minor, diminished. For example, this set of 7 characters is made of characters with a happy, uplifted personality, giving the story that type of flavor. In the same way, this set of 7 characters is made primarily of sad characters, tensed, depressed characters, giving the story that type of flavor. And that changes everything, because now, instead of memorizing scales, patterns, modes, formulas, all we need to do is remember that we are building a story with 7 different characters. Each of these 7 characters can have different personalities. That's all and good, but practically speaking, what do we do now? Well, we just get comfortable with these 7 characters and their personality. Where do we get comfortable with this? Not here. Here. Because this is now going to control the outcome. Oftentimes, when we start memorizing scales, patterns, we involve the muscles, the hands, the guitar, and then everything we play is very directed by that because it started with that. and it's very difficult to break free. Now, what's the problem with playing something very mechanically like this? This is the problem. It might sound decent, the notes match the backing track, maybe it's interesting technically speaking, but that's it. You can feel that this is very mechanical, very thoughtless type of playing, and if you listen to this, I can bet you $1,000 that in 5 minutes you won't remember it. You won't remember it because it didn't really speak to your soul. Instead of doing that, we're going to get acquainted with the 7 characters of a story. Which story? The first story ever told. Here are the 7 characters of that story. We're going to start with the main character right here. I'm choosing this to be an A. That main character is going to be A, but that main character could have been D or E or D flat or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can move that around. But we'll start on A right here, low E string 5th fret. Every other character is going to relate to that character. That character is the magnet that attracts everything else. Everything in the story happens to that character. And then we're going to have a set of characters with an even, happy personality. Very vanilla type of flavor, very vanilla story. The first story ever told. So we have our main character. Here's the second character, 2 frets higher. Now this is the sound that I want you to pay attention to. Okay? That second character relates to that first character in that way. He's a close friend. He's not too close, he's not... That is kind of an icky feeling. That's too close. This is the second character. We'll call him a major second because he's got a major personality instead of a minor personality. And then we have the third character. He also has a happy personality because a minor personality of that major character would be this. No, we have this. And so forth. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At this point, your job is to get familiar with these characters, with the vanilla flavor story that we're telling by making your own story. And you can't go wrong as long as you're using these 7 different characters. So just play along. Well, don't play along actually because I'm going to improvise something. Play with this on your own. It might sound something like this. I recommend that you do that for 5-10 minutes. Really get acquainted with these perfect major personalities, these characters. Because what happens when you're going to approach playing over a backing track, and by the way, I prepared for you a pack of backing tracks just for this lesson. There's a link below. It'll take you to a sign-up page. Sign up once. It'll take you to a sign-up page for free. I need your email so that I can spam you. No, I'm kidding. I need your email so that you can log in and access all the lessons on the channel. All the downloads are available there. So check that out, the link's below. But now, when you're playing over a backing track, you're going to keep in mind these characters. The backing track is a story that is already being told. Your job is to join the story by using the same alphabet. The alphabet is a set of characters. And because you're now familiar with the vanilla flavor, eventually you'll be able to recognize if the story that's being told is a vanilla story or if there's something else, if one of the characters changed personalities. Here's one of the backing tracks included in the pack. It sounds kind of happy, but it's not exactly the vanilla story. How do I know? Because I did the exercise that I just showed you for a couple hours. Really get familiar with that. And you'll notice here that the 7th character changed personalities. Because if I play the vanilla story over this, you'll see that the 7th character is a little off. It's kind of off there, right? That personality changed to a minor. Changing the personality of a character is fairly simple. You're just going to take that character and either raise him up, 1 fret up, or lower him down, 1 step down, 1 fret down. And your ear is really going to guide you through the process. With this in mind, watch this video. This video will guide you through building sets of 7-character stories through very commonly told stories. It changes everything. Check this out. I'll meet you right there, and like this video and share it around if you feel that it's been helpful. Thanks for watching this. I'll meet you right here.